Hello and welcome to Whose Turn Is It Anyway? A show where a bunch of casual players play Dungeons and Dragons not so casually. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Garrett, and this is our campaign, Ashana Rising. Thank goodness we're back and I can't mess up an intro. Last time in the Ashana, our pirate or not pirate crew, the Ivory Pact were finally getting on their voyage to Estrax. This is the first line of defense for Ashana against in this war, I guess. Or the king is just killing two birds with one stone. We'll figure it out. Anyways, the king's first priority was to get y'all there, and that was calling in a favor with some pirates that are in the middle of the war. And that pirate said, well, best I can offer is these guys are the lobster ship. So the Dreadclaw pirates have picked up our pirate crew, or not our adventuring crew. Gosh dang it. Sorry.
You want to try again?
This is already a terrible idea.
Did
Are
you
we a
say a
crew?
thing where you couldn't mess up the intro?
I'm not in the intro anymore. At this point, I'm just dialoguing.
He's beyond the mist.
So, and what we last saw our pirate crew doing is that they just defeated the pirate lord leader of the Squall's End and was given the big magic secret thing in Squall's End, which was half of a throne. And I don't really know what that means. They had to leave real quick. So they just got a half a throne sitting on the ship somewhere. And it might be important, or I'm full of it. Anyways, so you get on this ship, Ivory Pact, and Captain Nautica walks up to address her new voyagers about the rules of the ship.
Hello. Welcome to the ship. What is our ship's name?
The Clawdad.
Okay. She's called the Clawdad. As you can see, she's a bit of a unique ship, and there's a couple of rules that I'm so sorry, I have food stuck in my throat. There's a couple of rules that we need to follow. And let's start with the first of it. Do you see those buttons up there at the front of the ship? Don't touch those. That's for only me crew, and you're not trained properly, and you could take someone out with those too easily. So don't touch them. And
What do they do?
oh, that's a great question. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Pappy.
Oh, Poppy. Nice to meet you. I'm Captain Nautica.
Mhm.
We'll introduce the rest of the crew in a bit.
Yeah,
but
what do the buttons do?
Oh, those buttons? Well, they can mean sure death for some ships. They move the claws at the front of the ship. So don't touch them. Is that also what submerses the ship?
Yep.
Okay,
What if
important
we-
information.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm still okay, but what if we need to kill the other ships
Oh,
and your whole crew is busy and you could just yell out, "Hey, Poppy, press the red button," and then I could press the red button for you. I don't
Yes.
think there's a lot of training involved with buttons, although now I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen a button before.
Poppy, you could just,
Oh.
I've got
Well.
balls too, just saying.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, this is Kraith. He's my best friend. He died once, but he's alive now.
Oh, you guys, you've died before.
I think we've all died, but I've died the least. It was more like a nap.
It was a metaphysical death.
Doc Monsoon might be interested to hear about your story in the afterlife. She does a lot with death and reanimation and all that. So you should find her later. We'll have dinner together. I don't even know what time of day it is. So, but anyways, yes. So that also submerses the ship. So it's very, very important that you do not touch that because we could all drown, even though we're pirates.
And most of you can drown.
Oh, I don't think I can drown, but I I guess I'd feel bad if I killed you.
Yes, I would be quite upset if you did that. But anyways, and then other rules. There's a kitchen on board. If you do need any food, please let our cook know. Grubby.
Captain.
Okay, I was like, are you in the kitchen? What's going on?
No, I guess I'm here for briefing. Yeah, that would make sense.
This is our chef, Grubby. If you do, he does our meals a couple times a day before we head out. So let him know if you have any dietary restrictions. And then this is Gruff, mechanic, right? Yes, Gruff. This is Gruff. He helps keep our ship in tip-top shape. So if you break anything, you'll have to deal with him.
Don't.
And then, we've got Dinah. Is Dinah our navigator?
Dinah's the historian,
Historian,
but acts more of like a bodyguard, I guess.
Yes, Dinah is our historian. He keeps record of where our ship has gone, and he knows a lot about where we've been. So if you do want to know more about us, he's your man. And then we've got Dread Eyes. He is our navigator.
There's no shot I'm down there. There's no shot I left the nest.
Yeah,
I do
Dread
not give a fuck about them.
Per the last
He's up
conversation,
there.
I'm also gonna assume Doc Monsoon's in the other room.
And good, because I'm talking to you about Meg, so I forgot Doc Monsoon existed for a second there. Doc Monsoon, she is our ship's physician. As I mentioned, she likes to know a lot about reanimation, things like that. And then last but not least, we have Black Tongue. He is my first mate. So and he is the second in law to me. So second in line. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. So welcome aboard.
I've always wanted to be a pirate before. Otto, it's finally happening for us.
We've done it.
I always thought I'd be a fur trader, though. And I look specifically at Dinah when I say that.
He has a name.
I know.
He's kind of snarls his teeth at you.
I don't suppose he's edible. It's a shame. He looks delicious.
I
I'd
mean,
love to see you try.
he could be.
Garrett, what's the arrangement here again? Like between the king and the pirate, the admiral?
The king has told Captain Raymond that he will help them in their war efforts.
Okay, so there has been no funds exchange. This is just quid pro quo.
Yep.
All right.
Did you say quid pro quo?
I wish.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yes.
so...
In,
Yes.
in canon, I did.
Funny you should mention that.
Quid pro code.
Quid pro quo. Get it right. God damn.
Anyways, the one character I get to play tonight, Tupper, you all Irie Pack people notice someone sweeping the deck. This person is very large. And then when you meet the head of said person, you also notice it's a shark head, and it's gross and decaying.
Captain,
Oh, yes?
who's this then?
Oh, right. I forgot to introduce him. This is Tupper. Like I said, our physician, she likes to reanimate things. So she was just doing a little experiment, and this is Tupper, one of her creations. Tupper, can you introduce yourself? He's still working on that, but he's gotten better. So he's very valiant in battle and great for swabbing the deck.
People chimes in. He's full attention. Captain, permission to speak.
Yes, armored man.
And what
That's
is
our
his job?
intern.
And what is his job?
Well, he has many jobs. Like I mentioned, he's good at solving the deck. He is more so Doc Monsoon's assistant, so anything she needs, he does. Kind of like her first mate.
Thank you, Captain.
No problem. What was your name?
I am Gleeble of the Ivory Pact. I am our resident elf sorcerer. I am probably
Did we agree on that?
He almost
He's
said.
still an
Oh,
intern.
I meant it through.
Did we
He's
not
the
vote on
intern.
And it is an honor to be on your ship, madam, captain.
Excellent.
I lean into
So-
to Goddard. This is so cool, dude. I've always wanted to be a pirate.
What? Me too.
So I do have a question
Your
for you.
intern is out of line. You need
Oh.
to straighten him out.
Nah.
Goddard, I told him that he was just a it wasn't fully
The
settled.
switch
so I
up
did
was
tell
so
him
funny.
that.
Oh, the switch up from Captain Hanukkah to Ruby.
Label.
Well,
We still haven't voted on that.
he's basically going to war with us, Rui. So I guess he could be like an intern supreme.
Ooh, I like that, Poppy.
What
You know,
does
he
that-
has my vote to be a part of it, but
What does
everybody
that
else is on board.
mean?
Intern supreme, like the best intern that you could possibly be.
The best one on the crew?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like the best.
You are the best intern.
we've ever had. It's kind of
You're the only intern we've ever had.
I know
think
you weren't
definitely
supposed to
the
tell
best
him that.
intern named Gleeble.
I will wear this title proudly.
In a way, you're kind of like our shark monster.
Topper, when you say our shark monster, just goes.
So, was he like a person? Did he die and come back too?
If you could save all your questions about Tuppa for Doc Monsoon, I'm sure she'd be happy to tell you about her processes. But now I do have a question for you. Gleeble, was it?
Yes, ma'am. Captain.
Can you swim in all that armor?
Captain, hopefully I will not have to, as I can fly for a brief period of time.
Oh, how do you do that?
Like this.
Do you have
and
wings?
I just begin to levitate.
Oh, well. Blacktongue can fly as well, but you know, now I see that there's an aircocker on your crew as well. So they must speak. They must get to know each other.
Actually, maybe if we could keep them separated. Rui's not accepting any marriage proposals at this time from fellow Arakakra.
Oh, well, that's not what I was proposing.
Oh, don't say propose. It's triggering.
Rick's over there like as far away from Blacktongue as she can possibly get, because Blacktongue's feathers are black, right?
No, he's very like silver.
Oh, you're
And-
silver. Okay.
Wow, I can believe
Very
Well, with a name like Blacktongue, I thought maybe his feathers
His
were
tongue
black.
is black.
Well-
I'm married to the job.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Well, good to know that you can swim. But yeah.
How long is the voyage supposed to take?
A week.
Out of character?
A whole week of this right here.
Nice.
We're gonna be best friends.
In
Best
game
friends.
time, that is.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Anyways, but you do go ahead and set sail. Gruff pushes the buttons to undock. We'll call
Gruff
it
is
in-
staring down Otto right now.
Hey, Poppy.
The button pressing is just natural at this
Oh,
point.
no. And then Captain Nautica steers. Go ahead.
Is like everybody on this crew like kind of antisocial, or is it just me?
Well, I don't know. The captain seemed really nice.
Yeah.
And I really like the shark guy. He seems friendly. I don't think he's good with words, but not everybody can know 7 languages.
I can take him.
Oh, well, I mean, between you and me, Grace, he kind of seems like he's already dead. But
Well-
maybe not? I'm confused. I mean, I've seen us come back to life before, but he seems like both at the same time? Did you see that in the Dragon War?
I've seen a lot of death in my time, Poppy. Yes.
But, I mean, I mean, me too. But is he dead? Is the question. I mean, God, look at him.
Does Captain Nautica overhear this?
She is in her office working on things, and
Oh, I said
totally.
I was talking about me.
Oh, I thought you said Monsoon.
No, I was gonna call Doc Monsoon up to answer their questions.
Sure. Captain
Okay. All right, Captain Nautica is gonna go down to Doc Monsoon's office.
Oh, to the office.
Knock, knock, knock.
One moment. Shuffling
Oh.
vials.
Clinking, shuffling.
Come in. Oh shit! And there's one
Open
of
it.
the dead bodies that they dealt with earlier, just laying on the table.
Hello, Doc. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I did. Are you doing anything that's pressing, like time wise?
Well, I happen to be reanimating this lovely fellow, Carl. He looks like a Carl to me. Well, he's kind of missing a head, but if you saw the head earlier, he looks like a Carl.
Well, his body. He's headless. I'm assuming.
Yes.
His body does look like a Carl. I'm
Thank
sure we
you.
could use one on our crew. However, our new guests, they are quite taken by Tupper, and they have some questions. If you wouldn't
Oh.
mind sharing about that, they seem very interested in your pursuits.
Don't flatter me. I'm so happy. I mean, I live for science, and I'm just happy to share the gospel.
Well, if you didn't mind, I don't. They're just kind of milling about since
Oh.
we've just taken off. But we could go up on deck and converse.
Sorry, I forgot that was today. Dead bodies and all that. And we need to get a new head for Tupper. It's already rotting off, and I swear the work around here never ends, Nautica.
You're right, you are. Yes, well, if you did have a moment, I'm sure this lovely young one, Poppy, and I think Kraith, the Dragonborn, was interested in what was going on,
You
and
said a dragonborn.
yes, and there
Oh.
was an Aarakocra as well. She seemed curious, but I'm not sure. She seems a little shy.
I see. And do any of them happen to have a spare head?
I did not ask them, but that is something that you could come ask them.
Fantastic. I'll be up in a moment. Thank you for letting me know. Let me just, cauterize this real quick.
Excellent. I'll leave you to it. I kind of scurry out of there. Don't want to smell burning flesh.
Dread Eyes peeks over the edge and looks down on everyone, and they're just like, and it just goes back.
Landlubbers.
What is Godric doing?
I'm looking out over to the sea like this.
He's about to puke.
Maida, what are you up to?
I'm not really doing anything. There's not much fun to be had here with rare minerals and stuff. It's just water, unless something like glints upon the water. I'm just going to be doing nothing but sitting in Otto's palm. That's about it.
Cool. Well, after a couple hours.
No, don't do it. I'm
Don't
just
do
telling
what?
you now. Don't do it, Garrett.
After a couple of hours of sailing, rolling it. I know. After a couple of hours of sailing, it is dinner time. So Captain Nautica / Grubby, I guess Grubby would ring the dinner bell, and you would probably see some of the pirate crew heading towards the mess hall.
Tubes on.
If none of them bother to explain it to you, which I assume, based on this pirate crew, probably wouldn't.
I would assume that dinner bell's pretty
Pretty
What is that called?
Universal.
Universal language. Yes, thank you.
Ugh. Grubby, what's on dock tonight?
Let me roll. I rolled 16 performance, so nothing exotic. Just say just halibut, just like regular old fish that we fished.
Oh, an authentic boating dinner.
Yeah. Probably some type of fish, I'm assuming.
How do you all intermingle as you go and find your places? Is it super separated or no?
Lunchroom clicks. Lunchroom clicks.
Poppy is entranced in a conversation about the meaning of death with Doc Monsoon.
Which one would you like to be, Doc?
I mean, I'll play Poppy. I feel like you know Doc, but I was gonna let everyone else declare their stuff too.
But yeah, I was just trying to prepare myself to hit a voice.
I'm not partial to who I sit next to. I would like to remain close to Rui out of paranoia.
I do think
over here.
so. I do think that Rui would be very interested in Doc Monsoon, because she's another lady, and there aren't very many ladies in the group. So, but I also don't want to intrude into Poppy and Doc's conversation.
Oh,
So
Poppy would
we'll
be
just say
clinging to you, like keeping you away from Black Tongue, like me.
Okay, so I'll be sitting with Poppy and Doc, finding out about what's going on there, and I'm assuming Godric is sitting next to me. I'm not necessarily in the conversation with Doc and Poppy, just kind of near it.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever wants to sit next to me, and then Godric. I would like to see Rui might be interested in the history that Dinah knows.
I will be attempting to coerce Otto into sitting by Gleeble just by pointing. I don't really want to say much, just point over there.
You got Otto next to Gleeble?
Where is Doc? Did I lose Doc?
What's happening?
Oh, there she is.
We're trying to sit and eat.
Okay, did I just sit down? Like here?
Nautica assumingly probably overhears that in this small kitchen. Oh, yes. What was your name? Talking to
Who?
Otto. You.
Me?
Yes. What was your
Why?
name? Oh, well, you're going to spend a week on my ship. I just figured we might get to know each other. I was going to tell you to sit wherever you'd like. We have a couple of tables, or if you prefer to stand, you can also do that.
No. My name's Otto, though.
Oh, nice to meet you, Otto. My name's Nautica. So, welcome aboard, and please make yourself comfortable.
Where's your oh yeah function? What?
I'm not familiar with the.
No. Gruff asking.
Oh, he's not. He's
Yeah.
Where's the oh yeah? What? What is he talking about? Is this a pirate thing?
Well, so you see, Otto, we it's my understanding that you're Warforged.
That is correct.
Okay, excellent. So we just met another Warforged a few days ago, and he loved to shout, "Oh yeah," as he was speaking. So that might be what my friend Gruff is asking, if you have any catchphrases that you enjoy to throw out there.
No.
I see.
No.
I see.
Is he making fun of how he talked?
No, I think he's merely trying to understand it. You see, we don't see many of your type around here, so it's a little foreign to us. Just trying to understand, what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit by Gleeble now. I'm gonna stick to the crew.
Oh, geez, look, there's not room at the table for Gleeble.
Yeah, I'll just hold my plate over here.
I'm gonna stand up and let Cleveland sit.
Gleeble, you went to go sit down, and Tupper just bumps
Yeah.
in front of you and sits down.
To which Cleveland responds, "Oh, yeah, let me get this for you."
In his defense, he can only see sideways.
That's not true. He has perfectly fine vision. It just looks a little oblong.
You sure he's not going?
I think one of his eyes is also falling down too.
Ignore that. I'll get it fixed. It's a work in progress, darling.
Oh, do you have to replace his head every so often?
Well, yes, the tissue doesn't regenerate. We get into fights. I happen to use a lot of necrotic spells. There are just some extenuating circumstances, and this is a very revolutionary project. I mean, things take time. I'm creating life.
So he's not perfect.
Well,
what if you reanimated his whole body? Why do you have to trade out his head?
Well, because most of his body is his original flesh, but he happened to lose his head due to unfortunate circumstances, i.e., him picking a fight with us. So I've had to continue replacing the head. It's not melded on, it's more of a surgically attached, and, well, the cells just aren't reacting correctly. I'm working on it. Me and my god are in talks. He's been a little quiet lately, but I'll get it figured out. Don't worry.
Nice to hear people believe in second chances still.
Of course.
That's true. I've had quite a few second chances myself, so I like that.
Mr. DM.
Yeah.
I would like to, while Doc Monsoon is very surgically explaining the blurring of the boundaries of good and evil, life and death, I want to use my funny item to ring a bell on Godric's head real quick.
I still have no idea what that is.
Want to hit that horn of silent alarm real quick?
Godric, in your head, you hear, "Wah, wah, wah."
I just look over and elbows on the table oh. That damned ringing again.
Go away, thoughts.
Gruff.
Hmm.
At the same time, you hear a in your head.
The TikTok, you were Chris was cutting it out.
Oh dang, yeah, it's TikTok.
I'm gonna, as Gruff. Would that be insight? No.
You can make an Arcana check. Why not?
Arcana, yeah. Yeah, because we're good at that. 15.
You're not entirely sure why, but Godric, having an emotional reaction terrifies you for a second. It's not a good sign.
Ruff's eyes have now shifted from Otto to Godric.
Did you have a physical response to whatever was happening? The bell?
Yes, I'm very frustrated and head on the table ah!
Boy.
Godric, are you okay?
It's that damned ringing again. Oh, yeah, I've told you about the ringing.
You hear it too.
Yeah. You hear it too, Otto?
No, that was Gruff.
Oh, Gruff. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Scratch that out.
Anyways, have you meditated on it? Asked anybody else about it?
It's some blaring noise. It's happened periodically, and I've coincidentally been away from the group every other time.
That is odd.
Annoying.
I don't know, man. Maybe your subconscious is trying to tell you something.
Who said that?
Great.
Great.
Wait, is
Mm,
Grape just
so-
drinking Godric?
So is everyone thinking to think about this, right? Like everyone's like talking about it in the mess hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
Oh, Poppy's scarfing down Grubby's food. It looks like she cannot get enough.
So I'm just gonna say that I at some point casted Tiny Servant on a peanut. So I've got a little peanut walking around, and I'm gonna give it the cookbook. It's
Okay.
gonna
This is Grubby?
it's gonna like literally Mickey Mouse, from that when like animate, yeah, and walk the book over to Godric, and and he will touch Godric with the book, and I'm gonna cast Remove Curse from the book on Godric. That's the only thing I can do.
So Godric, as you're having this panic attack, a peanut walks up to you with a book.
Seems only normal.
Like book not open, just like gives you a little
Yeah.
or opens it, like looks through a page, closes it, hits you with the book. You feel like I think it's abjuration protection type magic come over you. No relief comes to you, unfortunately, in your soul.
Yeah, it is abjuration.
After I see this, I would like to, as Poppy, try to eat the peanut.
It attempts to run away. I don't know if it's faster than
Okay.
Poppy, but
Poppy make a sleight of hand check. Grubby make an Arcana check.
all right.
Grupp is still interrogating Godric about the noise, by the way.
19.
Only got an 11.
And that peanut is so agile as it ducks and dodges around your hands. You try to like chase it across the table, bringing the book back to Grubby.
My man went training for this moment.
Well, Godric, did that work? I don't know what that little peanut just
You don't
did,
hear it
but
currently.
interesting. Does it hurt when you hear the bell?
mm. No, it's just painfully annoying. Imagine if I was banging cymbals in your ears once every second nonstop.
Yeah. That is unfortunate. Did he do it again? Oh, that's what I thought the person was doing. Well, oh, Godric, I got an idea. Are you ready for it? It's a great idea. All right. You didn't tell me you were ready.
I'm just looking at you.
Okay. What if I ask the Raven Queen? All you got to do is kill me one time, and then I'll ask her, and then I'll come back.
I'm starting to get mad. Now I'm getting mad. Now I was annoyed.
How do you plan on coming back?
May I have a
help
doctor's
with
medical
that.
opinion? I need a doctor on this one.
Dying's only a temporary state. I mean, it's no big deal. You could go, I'll bring you back. It's pretty normal in the life of a pirate, and
I won't bring you
honestly-
back.
well,
You'll look
but-
like this, and I point to Tupper.
Yeah. I
no.
don't.
That's
I
it's a
do.
different circumstance. As long as the Raven Queen doesn't behead you, you'll be fine.
Well, so most of the time she just sends me back. Sometimes she sends me back with a fresh new do, and then sometimes with more equipment, and then sometimes with a prophecy. Speaking of which, I actually have a question for your crew. Have you guys seen anybody with like a really, 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 really big sword?
I look at Otto.
Otto looks
No,
at
like-
himself.
The entire table just looks at us.
Okay, I'll take that as a no. I'll just,
You get
that's
that.
fine. So,
That's
anyways.
But I mean, are you not going to die? Don't get my hopes up. I was hoping for a little dinner time show.
Um,
I get
I look
really
at-
serious for a second. No one's touching Rui.
Oh, I wasn't going to do anything but revive her. I thought she was gonna do a whole divine forthcoming show
Doc,
thing.
when he
No.
says that, you see just for like a flash, Godric's skeletal form, like skeletal face, and then like it flashes back.
Her eyes sparkle. Oh.
This is the funny I thought of.
And what
I'm sorry,
are
Godric. I know I
you?
shouldn't play that way.
Are
It's a
you
bit of a source. It's a bit of a sore subject. I grab my drink and start drinking.
Yeah, Doc's enamored with you at this point. She is like fully staring at you with the biggest grin on her face. You know, I don't think I've ever met an ASMR out of the college, and do you all do that thing?
I'm not saying shit.
How?
Nice.
She pulls out a notebook and starts doing something and just like looking up, drawing, looking up, just still smiling the whole time.
Sorry, Doc. Godric's a little shy, but to answer your question, he's the only one that we've seen that does it. So he's pretty unique.
I'm kicking back the toast, Dinah.
And I go back to nursing my headache. Oh.
You know, I would be happy to take a look at that for you. I do other things other than reviving the dead. That's more of a passion project.
What's your name again, miss?
I'm Doc Monsoon, darling, but you can call me whatever you'd like.
Well, Doc,
Crazy.
you sound like an old friend of mine. His name is Gradius. Ring a bell?
Does it ring a bell?
Did someone say bell? Crazy?
I've spent most of my time on this ship. I'm afraid I don't recall a name such as that.
Well, Gradius tried to have me drawn, quartered, and studied, and dissected many times, and I will tell you the same thing I told him. No, thank you.
I see. Yeah, I was just offering to help you with your headache, darling. I have no interest in dissecting the living. I mean, not really a good test subject. They're still moving. You can't really do anything. I'm not trying to end life. I just think it's possible to create it. And she stares off a little bit.
It's called
Not
sex.
not trying to end life unless she needs a head for Tupper.
Shh.
Don't we all?
Anyways, Godric.
Is that Gruffy?
Yes. Gruff.
Yes. Hello, Quantum Master.
What does that ringing sound like?
Wah, wah, wah.
I described that.
Ding dong, ding ding ding.
Is that the war were declared siren?
I don't know. It's unpleasant, and it is not a ticking noise, and it's not a mysterious ticking noise.
I see. So you don't follow any bastion?
No, I've tried not to follow anyone as of late, except Rui.
Shame. Can't help you. I thought we were kin in this matter.
Well, if you change your mind, just
Don't.
ask Tupper for the med bay. I'd be happy to lend assistance. As a guest on the ship, Captain Nautica has asked me to be on my best behavior. I.e. no beheading, blah blah blah. Again, I don't do that. Just a weird misconception about necromancers.
You do what to a neck?
Romance it.
You be one? Be ahead?
Well, Captain, not to be rude, but this noise started as soon as I sat down, so I think I'll take my leave and remove myself from this circumstance.
She's down there, but Captain Atticus says, "Well, we all have rooms," pointing to her crew. We only have 3 extra rooms, though, so you'll have to bunk up or whatever. But I can show you to where that is.
I have space in the med bay.
Or that
Oh,
is also an option.
actually, I think it's currently occupied with
Mm.
Carl. But let me know.
Wherever you like, Captain. Your ship.
And Captain Octo will show you to one of the 3 rooms for you all. It is basically a converted closet.
Here are our guest rooms. Make yourselves at home.
I hear some weird sounds coming from the medical bay.
Yeah, Sam, for real.
Shan. Oh, yes. Well, Doc does tend to have late hours, but I can ask her to keep it down for you all.
Any shot I'm out of range of the silent alarm?
No shot.
600 feet.
No.
Oh no.
You better hope Godric never finds out. You dug yourself in too deep at this point.
Did Godric catch Rui with the wand of smiles?
No. I think we're
Okay.
in combat, right?
No, it was we were at a bar. I remember that much.
Yeah, see, maybe.
Probably.
I think I missed like 2 times.
You caught somebody with that.
I passed the saves.
You caught somebody.
That's right.
With the bar. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
did. I think I still have it. Oh, this is the wrong character. First of many times this evening.
Oh man. What is everyone? Has everyone else had any other conversations people want to have besides Doc Monsoon and Poppy's long conversation about death? Well, I will say, and unless someone just wants to be there for that conversation, I'll say most people have probably headed off to bed for the night. Unless anyone declares right now that they'd like to be there for that conversation.
I think Dread Eyes probably too skeptical to not leave his familiar there and eavesdrop.
Yep.
Where's this being held again?
In the mess hall. Just their
Yeah, Otto.
dies out.
Otto's definitely leaving, unless Mida points something. I don't know.
Nope.
All right, Mida's out, or Otto and Mida are out.
Lion Man, let me tell you about this sick prank I'm pulling on Godric.
Oh.
They said that's Dinah.
Yeah.
He doesn't look over at you, but you see his ears kind of orient towards you.
Ooh, check it out.
And you see this horn.
You see what?
Dinah, you see like a horn, basically. Inhaled.
Wait, repeat that?
You see a horn.
Oh.
You see a tiny trumpet.
You want me to blow on it?
I don't know. Is there anybody you want to mess with? Just say their name.
Well, what does it do?
Find out.
Let's do let's do it on that. Really thinking hard about this. Let's do it on no, I don't know. Who do you think? Are you scoping anyone out? I don't know your crew well enough to know who would receive it well.
I'm 50-50 on a dwarf, just say one of them.
All right, Gruff it is.
Go for it.
All right.
What is taking place?
Grace is handing Dinah the horn to blow in.
It's just a horn, I guess.
So you blow in the horn, Dinah?
Yep.
Gruff, in your head, you hear Womp, womp, womp.
Well, that's not ticking. I would like to. I want to Arcana again because this ain't natural. This ain't supposed to be happening unless these people are weird.
Well,
Ah, damn it. 14.
You're unsure of what this mysterious noise could come from.
I look around just for any clues real quick for
Make
the
a perception
agony.
We're just
We're still in the, they're still in the mess hall, right?
That was an 11 that time.
Do you say anything, Gruff?
Yeah, I said that was not the usual ticking.
I don't think that's enough for me to like check.
Doc
Yeah,
Monsoon
you're
will
not
rush
supposed
over and ask, "Oh, may I check you real quick?
No,
I am your doctor, Gruff.
I know your tendencies.
Okay, out of character. She has never harmed her crew. She acts like a normal doctor. She just
I know, but this is Gruff. He follows the bastion of law and order.
Gruff,
So out of character.
one day you're gonna get a broken leg and you're gonna come crying to me and I'm going to help you because I am your doctor and you're gonna regret all these times where you've been rude to me.
And when that happens, it'll be part of the law. It'll be part of the grand order of things.
Fine, just enjoy your headache.
I always have. And he just violently pukes because of how awful it is.
Oh. Tupper!
I was just saying, Doc, can you get Tupper to handle that?
Pepper walks over. Forgot the broom on the deck, and just like bites the table where the throat was.
I am going to walk upon my good friend Gruff. And
As Mida?
No.
Okay.
Mida doesn't know Gruff.
I was about to say, this is going to be awkward then.
No good.
Food good. Head bad.
I guess I'll try my best at a generic medicine check to see if I can somehow piece together an Arcana check afterward.
Sure, go for it.
14.
His head. He seems to have a headache. It could be a lot of things. Could be lack of water. Could be just a long day. Could be a stressful day. Lots of things that could be causing a headache here.
I guess I will get him a sip of my canteen.
Takes a sippy sip. The gentlest of sips.
Good.
Does that help in any way? Or am I still having the pain-splitting headache?
I mean, that was your choice for the headache. It goes away after the
Okay.
second. At the
Good.
sound itself. The headache is your choice.
Good.
Role play or not role play.
Water cures me.
Good.
The old drink more water trick.
It's like I tell my girlfriend all the time. If she's watching.
Patella?
Oh, yes, that one.
Ruff's got a girlfriend?
I gotta say, Gruff's probably sweet on somebody back home. I mean,
I think Gruff
Yes,
is
that's definitely the
essentially
ship.
married to the ship. Yeah.
oh, that's true.
my strange addiction.
We probably held a ceremony and everything.
So, Doc, earlier you said, scarfing down food still, sorry, this is delicious, death is only temporary?
Well, yes. It's many ways I've been experimenting with the line between life and death. You can see Tupper. Many would call him dead, in that he has no soul, and He is an abomination upon society. It's kind of why I was kicked out of university. But he does have a soul. I was told so.
Okay, but
Therefore, my experiments have been working.
so he. I'm confused. What's a university?
Oh, it is a school where I learned how to do some magic, and then they didn't like how I did my magic. I was a part of the Witherbloom College. But yeah, they didn't like how I played with the lines of life and death and all of that. Even though they were no mere playthings for me, they were, like I said, experiments. I want to make sure that no one ever passes on,
You think
because I am the best
that's
doctor.
that's possible?
Well, of course. I mean, Tupper was super dead.
Well,
He doesn't even have a head.
no offense, but while he looks like he's seen better days, is that really living?
And she reaches out, like no ask, and just touches your neck, like feeling for a pulse. You don't have much of a beat yourself, I think.
Oh, I'm a vampire. I say kind of shamefully.
So you, in a similar way, walk life and death. You are also very interesting.
Well, I don't think death is the same for me as everyone else. I mean, I could die in combat, but if it wasn't for that, I think I would just live forever and watch everybody around me die forever.
I mean, do you think there's really any difference between any one type of death? The door is all the same, just how you get there.
Well, I guess I just wish people didn't have to die too early.
And that's why I became a doctor, she says, with a cheery smile that maybe she maybe doesn't, but...
Oh. Do you think you'll succeed? I mean, in being able to bring people back in a real way?
Well, this is very much a real way, but...
But I mean, as they were. I don't think this fellow was always a shark man, but, well, I don't know. Between you and me, I'm a little worried about this mission, and one of my friends could die. I feel like people always die around me. It's kind of the opposite of a doctor's life, probably. And sometimes I feel like there's nothing I can do about it. But it's okay. I'm okay. Really. I'm doing fine. I'm very stable, and I'm a great adventurer. Well, not really an adventurer, but I'm good at killing things, but I wouldn't kill my friends.
Oh, I wouldn't either. But listen, you do not have to lie to me. I am a doctor.
Are you sure? I kind of thought that guy was the doctor, and I look over at the chef.
Dwarves have no sense of real medical experience.
Oh, sorry.
But, I mean, I've kept my crew alive. And that's, I guess, my place. I wouldn't be pursuing this if I didn't think that it was possible. And at the end of the day, it's, again, part of the life cycle of all things, isn't it?
It's
if I
the
don't succeed,
circle of life.
if I don't succeed, either I will have to have someone else pick up that work, and it will also never die.
Yeah. I guess that's fair. That feels better. You know, you're the first doctor I've ever met. I think there was a few, maybe, in Ashana, but, well, I never really got to see them. We don't have one at the keep, and usually gods just keep us alive, or something like that. Also, diamonds? Apparently that's a thing.
Tell me all about it. I used to have all the access to diamonds before my family wasn't okay with me being at university. It's a whole thing.
Well, for whatever it's worth, Doc, I'm glad I met you, and I'm glad I didn't try to eat your crewmates.
And for now, I am glad I haven't experimented any on yours.
We should be friends.
Visit my medical room anytime as she holds out her hand to shake yours. Any other funnies before people go to sleep?
Mine's not. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I don't have to act it out, but Rui was very interested in how Doc reanimates people, so maybe she asked more questions, and because I have a fun ability that I learned from Doc. I've had it for a while, but just fun that she helped me tap into it, maybe.
Fine. I love exploits. I think that's what's wrong.
We can all just go hang out in the med bay.
Med bay party. Jake.
As I understand, Maida and Otto have been shown to our sleeping quarters. Are we away from any pirate crew members?
Probably at this point, yeah. Most of the pirate crew has to do some like late night
Maintenance or something?
Maintenance,
Ship things? Okay.
Ship things. They got a ship.
Otto.
Yo, what's up?
Remember that their tournament where the cliff fell off?
Yes.
Well, one of the guys that tried to kill me is that their hammerhead shark monstrosity amalgamation.
Oh.
Well, I can't say that he is anymore, as it seems that that the thing is a animated corpse, but the corpse was one of Darius Acolyte, and the escaped prisoner Tarkin.
Oh. Wait. Oh, yes, I remember that guy now. Oh. How did...
Well, you understand my hesitation to bring it up in front of the crew, do you?
How did they get their hands on his body?
Well, I mean, have you seen this ragtag bunch of pirates? I mean, they are pirates.
I mean, we're adventurers.
Yeah, but they were the crew that got brought up when strings had to be pulled for us to be transported into a war zone. You don't just send any old ship to do that job.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we're sailing on a massive lobster.
I think it's a crawfish, but I might be wrong.
I don't know my things.
Breath from the walls. It's a crawfish.
Where's your oh yeah?
I don't think Maida doesn't have any telepathy, right?
Rough?
We've got a rocky talkie, but that's sketchy.
That's out loud. Oh yeah. It's crawfish.
He misses his friend. He misses the oh yeahs.
I don't think I have anything.
Interesting. Well, I mean, if they have his body and they were the ones that killed him, they're fairly formidable. So
well, I do think so.
So there's no reason trying to cross them or anything if anyone thinks of that for whatever reason. I guess we should trust them then.
Well, you'd think either option A, they killed him, and took possession of the body because it was powerful now. And also Doc seems a little infatuated with the dead. Option B, they happened to find it on a battlefield. Or option C, they were picking up one of their wounded after a battle that happened to be deceased after they won the battle, making them evil.
And which one do you want to believe?
Well, I don't believe is option B. I don't believe they happened to stumble upon this. It doesn't seem like they're happy-go-lucky. Just was like, oh, look at this dead guy. He looked pretty strong. Let's throw him together.
Sure.
Now, I can't really get a beat right on much of them. We haven't been here long. We got a whole week, so it might be just best that we lay low and don't try and start no trouble, but keep tabs on them.
Okay, I agree. But I will not be saying, oh yeah, for the mechanic. That seems degrading.
Well, that's entirely within your wheelhouse to be able to do so.
You're right. No, that doesn't work. Damn it. This is weird. I'm not doing that anymore. Forget that ever happened. But for now, I will just go with the flow like I always have. And if anything happens, I will try and contact Mommy Satella for her to not respond.
Can you go and find out where Godric is at, and either have him come here or let me know and I can go to him.
Yeah, sure. And I'm just going to try and wander the ship and look for Godric.
As soon as the horn stopped, I tried to go straight to sleep.
you find it pretty quick, and it's because you're all in the same kind of corner
vicinity.
Yeah. You see Godric sleeping.
It would be very rude to wake him, but Maida also needs him. But he didn't say it was urgent.
I like to imagine you saying this out loud.
Yeah, it's kind of like a muffled whisper that he thinks is muffled, but it's actually it's normal. All right, I'm gonna go tell Maida. Just turn the corner, go find Maida. Mm-hmm. Update on the he is asleep.
I'm gonna go for it. Where?
I hold out my hand.
Well.
Oh, this needs to be private. Got it. That way.
Yeah, either one. I'll either kick back and have you escort me, or I'll just go. Whichever one you want to.
I mean, if it's a private matter, I'll just tell you. I ain't trying to stick my nose in other people's business.
No. I mean, it's it's gonna be me relaying the same thing.
However, oh, okay. Then I'll just walk.
But we in an effort to be sneaky and not alert the others that we may be onto something, I think we have to have a little bit of discretion in this matter.
Okay. Then I will hold out my hand and I will sneakily walk over there. The 5 feet, I'm guessing.
Yeah. You have snuck to Godric's sleeping spot.
I will flutter off of the hand on over to Godric. Is there anything I can prep myself so if he wakes up? Actually, I'm going to be like 10 feet away, like on the other side of the room. I'm going to mage hand. And we're like, give him the wake up rustle on the shoulder.
Godric, you wake up by the mage hand shuffle.
I wake up groggy. I've done this 1,000 times before. Like, this is just another fucking Tuesday night for me, getting woken up in the middle of the night. What are their names again? Give me one of them.
Well, this is my name.
I know. What's one of the angels' names? Just give me any one of them.
Oh, you mean that?
Hecka.
Mommy.
Hecka.
Mommy.
Ugh. Hecka, I thought you said this is the last time I'd be hearing from you. Why must you torment me so?
And then like I make the mage hand do like a shh on him, like not like force it. I'm not like whoa, bam, but I'm just like gently over his mouth.
I look down like I like test my magic. It's working. Hello.
Hello?
Roderick. Can't really whisper it. And then since there's nothing bad happening, I'm gonna flutter on over to him.
Why don't say what?
Yeah, Godric.
Is Rory okay?
Nothing that I've heard is has gone awry with her, but that crazy character there. I think they called him Tupper, the amalgamation of stitched flesh.
The big lad.
The biggest one.
He chunk.
Yep. So, as you might have guessed from the introduction, Doc seems to have a fancy for reanimating dead things.
You should have seen the look she gave me.
Well,
it was primal.
Mine doesn't laugh.
I'll be dead serious. The fuck do you mean? Why would you laugh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't laugh.
Yeah,
laughed. Mine did not laugh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, you remember that tournament where I saved the day and held up the cliff enough for us to be saved?
Right, the temple. Darius attacked us.
The main body of Tupper happens to be the body of one of his acolytes, one of the escaped prisoners. The name who's escapes me, but not Mida. Tarkin. If I remember correctly, and you know that I remember things correctly.
So, I remember in the pirate arc that Tarkin was found just floating in drifts of wood. How did the Ivory Pact leave him?
He was at the auction. Darius basically abandoned his acolytes. So him and gosh, I'm blanking on her name. The one that's with the Kizana, yeah. Season 1 plots, man. He basically, yeah. Well, she was there.
Yeah, right.
But those two, he kind of let go of the control. They were still there fighting while y'all left, but then they basically escaped.
Okay. Last time we saw Tarkin, he was enthralled by Darius at the auction, and you haven't seen him since. I'm assuming because you woke me up, you're expecting foul play. Do we think that... But he's dead. See, I don't know.
Well, I was talking to Otto, and it's one of 3 options, and I think one of them is very not as likely. Is that option A was the pirates when killed him, and then Doc Monsoon took it upon himself to stitch it together because it was a strong body. Option B is they just happened to randomly find it, said, "Oh, this is a strong body, let's reanimate it." Or option C is that it was one of their own that fell, and they knew that he was strong, and so they wanted to reanimate to regain their forces back that they had lost in whatever battle they had lost.
Okay. Well, I don't want to assume the information or lack thereof, but it sounds like we've got a leg up on them. Perhaps maybe I could get an audience with the captain and confront her about it, and I could leave our Rocky Talkie on, and that way the group will hear what she has to say, and we can act accordingly if a trap is sprung.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Well, I just happened to remember it, and I was in Otto's presence, so that's why I told him. But I think I might trust you the most with being tactful about this information and not accidentally causing a scene and getting to the bottom of what our options are and what option they happen to get with Tarkin.
In the morning, don't do anything now. In the morning, tell Craif and tell him what I've told you, and we can we'll go from there. But in the meantime, I'd say avoid the Tupperware, or whatever his name is, for the time being. He's down in the med bay, yes?
I believe so, because he's a minion of the Doctor, so that would make the most sense.
All right, well, I appreciate you trusting me with this information, and yes, we'll make our move in the morning.
And I hold out my hand to Otto to mimic.
I mean, at this point, he understands. The hand's already out before you even try.
And we're off. Hi-ho, Silver. Away!
Any other nighttime activities from Ivory or Dreadclaw?
I don't know, Garrett. You tell me.
Any nighttime activities?
What do you mean? I don't have a gimmick when I ask the question. If not, what is everyone's sleeping arrangement? What is the Ivory Pact sleeping arrangements? There are 3 rooms. There are enough beds. There are 3 beds in each room, so any room could be a 3 bed. But
Otto doesn't need a bed, so
I'm assuming I forced myself to stay in the same room as Rui. Can't hear you, Caleb.
Oh no.
yeah.
There we go.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I think it just didn't register that I unmuted it. Do Rui and Godric finally get to have a sleepover?
The Rui got her sleepover.
The Rubik's sleepover.
She's been begging for one.
Ayo.
Yes.
Apparently Godric's a hot commodity.
He just has bad dreams. Rui wants to help him with his bad dreams.
Uh-huh.
Ayo.
She's concerned for him.
Poppy will meditate on deck since I also don't sleep.
Monitor Gleeble.
Gleeble is going to sleep on. He didn't pack very well for this one, so he's going to use the tablecloth as a blanket and sleep on the table.
I'm going to stop.
I forgot the blankets.
Otto
I'm
is
assuming we're
going.
sleeping in hammocks. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, they're hammocks, but
I
take
like
the
to think that
call.
Gleeble was just trying to be polite, you know?
they want to bother. They want to bother.
Otto is going to stop that by making rounds and making sure everyone is comfy before shutting off for the night.
You find Gable about an hour into a sleep.
How much does he weigh?
You can lift him.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm lifting him and I'm bringing him to a room with a hammock.
Like when you fell asleep in the car.
Where are we going?
You're not sleeping on their table.
Why not? Why not?
That's rude.
Oh, I'm so. Damn it.
Don't worry about it. No one will know.
Mention his review.
This is cozy. Can I just sleep here? As you're holding me.
Otto feels a certain way and powers off right then and there.
So there's the middle of the hallway. Do not
Just middle of the hallway.
You're just cradling me like a baby, you know.
That's hilarious. Poppy's on the deck. Rui and Godric are in a room. Mida has a room. Great. There is technically a free room.
Free room, easy.
If you can make it.
I like to think that in preparation, Rui purchased sleepover supplies. So we have the equivalent of magical face masks and things like that. And she is begging Godric to participate.
Please put on the cucumbers. I promise they're magical.
Just like red clay that she picked up outside of the keep.
Gotcha. Do you play magical dress up at sleepover?
Yes.
Rui, that is going to take forever to get out of your feathers.
Well, Poppy, it's magical, so we're surrounded by water. It should be fine. You want some?
Sure. I like to think that I make like a little war mask out of it.
Pop. It looks great.
Thank you. I'm gonna go watch the stars on deck and see if I can catch a kraken. Sweet dreams.
Silly. Okay, Ruri goes to sleep. Very content.
Who would be the most likely? This is a fun interaction. Poppy, as you make your way up to the deck, there is one pirate crew member still out there. And kind of taking a moment to himself, Dia is kind of staring out at the sea.
Very, very stoic.
Oh, do you not sleep either?
It's difficult. But yes, my body does need it.
Oh, I don't really sleep. All of my friends do, so I kind of just like to sit still and pretend. But it's been a while since I got to see the stars. I've never seen the ocean before. Are we on an ocean or a river?
Ocean.
Okay.
You guys are ocean. That's for
Never seen an ocean before either.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea either. You get used to it after a while.
Do you not
Listen.
swim?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Ugh.
I know it's rude to ask, but are you a lion? Like a talking lion man?
not a lion.
Forget you people. At least from your land, don't see much of my kind, but no.
Well, I haven't seen much of anything. I grew up in the Feywoods. I became an adventurer a few months ago, but I guess I'm kind of good at it. Me and the king are friends now. I feel like he wants me to do something good with my life, and all of my friends keep dying, and sometimes I just want to run away to the woods again.
Yeah, that makes two of us trying to get home.
Oh, are you from the Feywoods?
No, I'm from an island pretty far away. It's in fact, I'm not exactly sure how far away it is.
Oh.
Like to take some extra time at night to study the stars, memorize them if I have to, should I ever try to make my way back.
Do you want me to help you? I don't really sleep, so I'm not doing anything. I was gonna fish because Doc Monsoon mentioned she needed a new shark head, but I don't really know how to fish, if I'm being honest.
Are you some sort of astronomer?
I'm a hunter. I usually shoot things and then I eat them. But I wouldn't eat you, of course. But you do look good.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you'd like to take a moment, we could always try to memorize some constellations, get in tune with the night sky here. Maybe I could teach you a thing or two.
Sure. Oh, does that mean we're friends now? Oh, well, you should probably be careful. My friends do have a high mortality rate. but I think I'm a good friend. I've only shot a few of my friends, but it's because I love them.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. You shoot your friends, but you don't eat them.
Oh, I only shoot them when I want to save them. They're being possessed by evil gods or something like that, you know.
Indirectly shooting them.
Both of you make survival checks for studying the stars.
Yeah, we're making a map.
Survival or nature.
A nature check? Come on. I mean, am I? Everyone knows my argument. Are we all playing dumb?
I got a dirty 20.
All
I
right.
got a 21.
Woo!
Poppy's
Poppy,
a
these
quick
are-
study.
Poppy, these are the same stars that you've always seen.
Cool.
What? Dinah, as you look at the stars, suddenly it's a memory, but it feels so vivid that's like a vision. Since it's so hard for you to remember these things most of the time. You remember staring up at the night sky. And there's something about the sky that you remember very distinctly. That's different about the night sky of Ashana.
Mm-hmm.
In the night sky where you're from, there were 3 moons.
Oh my lord.
A white, a red, a blue. In this night sky of Ashana and the continent thereof, there's simply a white moon. And Poppy, as you study the night sky for just a second, you also see these 3 moons very, very quickly, and then you like blink, and then they're gone.
Do we notice any like facial inflections on her? Is it obvious she saw the same thing?
Poppy, over to you.
There's like a little glimpse of almost like this sort of innocent fascination, like she caught a shooting star.
Yeah. Pretty far away.
But Don, as you stare at Poppy's face, one thing you notice that you've seen so many times that isn't reflected on her face.
She has the same snaggletooth as my daughter.
No, but you notice that she doesn't. You know, you've had many of these types of conversations before. Most of them end with the person having this blank expression as they begin to forget because of the curse over this land. You notice, because Poppy's already in on the secret, that doesn't happen. And you realize that she either isn't affected or also knows that the continent and the waters around it have been separated from the rest of the world.
Dinah would have a terrible time talking to us.
I'm assuming Poppy's not affected because I sure don't know what you just said.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too. So she saw the vision.
Yeah.
To a normal person, it would have gotten hazy after that.
Yeah, just all of your mentions of being even from like a distant land, they would have eventually basically they would have forgot about that conversation because of even that small of a mention.
But it lingered.
Yeah.
With her.
She did not forget. So.
Yeah. Huh.
So are these stars like where you are from? Back home?
Oh God, no. I mean, plenty of tiny dots in the sky. Yes, they have different shapes and patterns and all that, but I mean, just, different celestial bodies, more of them to be exact.
I thought I
lack
saw.
of.
Well, I guess I just thought I saw something for a second. more
Yeah.
moons than I was used to.
Yeah. It'll fade soon.
Oh, I mean, they've already disappeared. I saw them, but they're gone now.
Hmm. What did you say you were from again?
I'm from well, it's complicated. I lived in the Feywoods. I like to call that place home. Yep. Never been anywhere else.
Interesting. Well, I think that's a pretty good job for one night. But maybe we can give it another try tomorrow.
Sure.
See what we can recall. And what we can learn.
Could you also teach me how to fish later? I really want to impress Doc Monsoon, just in case she can save one of my friends one day.
Oh, the best fishing's at night.
Oh!
At least in these waters.
Great. Well, you should probably get some rest. I think your people need to sleep, but don't worry. I'll watch over you if you want. I'll make sure no one kills you in the middle of the night.
We can catch a few before we hit the hay. There's plenty of time to sleep on this voyage. And we just kind of fish into the night and scene peacefully.
And
if that's cool.
Yeah, that's
Meg.
Peace.
Cool. As everyone kind of hits the hay, somebody on the ship has a dream.
I wonder who.
Red Eyes.
Tread Eyes, you
I knew it.
And Godric also has a dream. But we will go ahead and do our 10-minute break before we get into either dream.
Is it a dream crossover?
We'll see.
Welcome back.
We are back. Before we went to break, typical stuff. You may think this is a repeat episode. Godric's in a dream, but also Dread Eyes this time. But we actually will start off with Godric.
No.
Godric. At first, you wake up and it's you. This time, you want to yell Mida because you wake up and you feel like you're in the cabin, but there's something that you feel calling you, and you begin to, in your dream, wander the ship, and you walk down and you find a cargo area, and you open the door, and in there is a half a throne split down the middle. It is a blue throne. It is covered in coral, seaweed, shells, things of that nature. And then you hear in your head the voice of Zarathos himself this time. Well, you finally found the bargaining chip, boy.
I'm assuming he can feel my disgruntled looks
Yes.
at his imminence.
Yeah, and you kind of turn to look, and you are then suddenly in the dream teleported to your other favorite place in the world, his throne room.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I haven't been here in a while. Last time I was here, I got depowered.
Sarath is sitting on his throne. One thing notable is Heka, the angel who basically you had convinced that Zarathos was lying to you all. And she was looking into it and confirmed that. You see that she has been shrunk down I mean, your size, not like my size.
Right.
And is in a cage by Zarathos' throne, looking quite worse for wear.
I see. Seems your own house is in order. That is not in order.
You are a scourge of treachery and have incited rebellion amongst my angels. And I should have great joy killing you and every one of your friends and sending them to eternal damnation along with the rest of your country. But, as luck would have it, you may have found something, or at least found yourself in the vicinity of something worth more to me than a Rui's soul. This pirate crew that you are with has the other half of a treasure that the Raven Queen keeps from me. She has the other half.
What was my vision from Kilxador again? When my thoughts were projected?
You saw another person there for one. You had a brief vision of the time before Zarathos was in charge, essentially. So you know that you were an angel before, so pre Zarathos. That was pretty clear. You remember that it was looked a lot brighter here. It wasn't always a plane of vengeance.
Yep. Okay.
And so, what is this treasure to you?
One of 11 thrones. And now, we go to Jedi's stream. Jedi's wakes up. He is underwater. Of course, not drowning. The eye of old Hydra staring at Jedi's. Much larger than any ship that he's ever seen. And all that he can really fathom of this enormous size of the creature is its eye.
You might say it's fathomless.
In your head, you hear red eyes.
I feel like it's appropriate for Ol Hydra to call me by my actual name.
Yeah.
Which is Ryan.
Ryan. Probably actually just call you my chosen. Stormwalker.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the accent again. I haven't talked yet.
Yes, my lord.
I have saved up my strength to explain the true history of the world to you.
All right. I'm, of course, blessed to listen.
I hope this information will help inform a decision that you have to make about what to do with my throne. Eons ago, there were just 3 gods, whose names the Raven Queen would have called Tyranthraxis, Dendar, and Sardior. These 3 were the gods of day, night, and magic. Their true names were lost, thanks to the Raven Queen's curse, to everyone in Nensho, the continent that y'all are around. From those 3, they birthed 8 more primordial gods, including myself. Again, each of us having our own area that we were over. Mine being, of course, water and the oceans of the world. Eventually, we gods made mortals on the mortal plane. And from those mortals, we let some ascend to godhood. Of those that ascended, we were eventually betrayed, as they wanted more power. They saw the misfortunes that happened on their plane and still had attachment to them as from their time being mortal, forgetting their duties as being gods. War broke out between us and the primordials and the gods that ascended. 8 of the primordials were slain, including myself, Dendar, Tyranthraxis, Sardior even. And different pantheons of the mortals that ascended, who are now gods, different pantheons emerged around the different continents. These pantheons were formed around 11 thrones, one for each continent of the world of Mon Kepo. My throne is the one that sat in Nensho, showing my authority over this domain. It was split in twain in the battle. What those mortal gods and their pantheons did not know is that our battle, the battle of the primordial war, created cracks in the fabric of the universe. And from those cracks, another goddess fell into our universe, the Raven Queen. And she was followed by the snake god Zahir, her enemy. The Raven Queen sought the mortal pantheons for help in returning home, but they denied her. So she sought and found my half of the throne, and used that to stake her claim over Ashana, Estrax, the whole continent of Nensho, placing a curse over all of its people. creating its own plane of existence almost, tearing it from the rest of the world. Through the power of the mists. But she would have never been able to control it if she had not also found a way to channel the 8 primordial gods' powers into 8 mortals, those who had just succeeded in a war against their dragon conquerors. You would know them as Satella, Emos, those new primordial gods. Their purpose is for 2 reasons. She hoped that these new gods would prove loyal, help her return home because of the godhood she gave them. She also hoped that by stealing and storing our primordial powers, we primordial gods would never awaken and reclaim the world that we created. The primordial gods did not help her, though. They instead fight for their own right to rule this world. At least most of them do. And now you have, thanks to the few loyal followers I have left of my realm, you have found the other half of that throne. This adventuring crew has been fated to either begin the path to restoring this continent and this world, or destroy it. And this half of my throne is the key to that.
Is it the key to destroying or the key to redeeming?
It is the key to both. And the Ivory Pacts are the ones who will decide which way the key turns.
Is anything about our mission related to the throne? Or, like, okay.
So, should I give it to them?
I want you to ascertain their loyalties. They are all mixed in quite a bit with the new primordial gods. And I need to know if we can trust them. One is an angel, or ex-angel, or whatever the fuck his business is.
Editor's note.
To the primordial gods, Rathos. One was a mortal hero who fought in that dragon revolution and was married to the goddess Satella. Another's father holds on to the power of the god of nights, Dendar. One is a descendant of sorts to the Raven Queen. One is of the many incarnations of Sardior and his followers. One is the son of Emos, the god of wind. And then there's the fairy who is stolen some chaotic magic or something.
And there's Mida.
And there's Mida.
If we were following
I do
anime
that?
rules, that would make Mida the main character. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Which you can see they are interesting.
Certainly seems so. Right, well, I will cease with my antisociality and, yes, I just made that up, and try to see the intentions of each of these pact members. And I'm assuming that I'm to ally myself with the ones who support the primordials, the originals.
Yes. I shall not be able to reawaken without their help.
And that's Tyranthraxis, Dindar, and Ziziza.
Sardior, those are the
Sardior.
Those are the three OGs, and then Hydra was one of the 11.
11 new gods?
11 there are 11 primordial gods total of that are considered the original.
Oh, okay.
The first three are basically the founder gods.
Okay, so they're like the Zeus, Poseidon, Hades.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Got it. Nailed it.
Right. So, essentially, what you're saying is this Raven Queen is the deceiver. She's an interloper, and the primordials have the natural stake in the creation of this world.
Interloper is maybe the best word for her. And she stands in our way of regaining our strength. Much like the new primordial gods do as well.
Wait, so what's the difference between the 11 and the new primordial?
The new primordial gods are still in friends. They are the 8 that stole the dead god's powers.
I see.
The assumption here is that there are 3 primordial gods who did not die in the primordial war at all.
Okay. I see. And Ol Hydra is dead. As a god can be. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, Master, your voice is a blessing to me, and it is my pleasure to carry out your will as you have bestowed it upon me. It will be done.
And the last bit of my strength, I am sorry for, as your dream suddenly shifts. And Dread-Eyes, you find yourself in a very, very scary place. As you find yourself in the plane of vengeance.
Oh no!
Oh no!
More or less, Godric, he did not get the same exact level of insight. Basically, he got that. Basically, Zarathos has explained only the bit of this throne gives somebody the authority over Ninsho and Ashana and all of that. That's the only bit that's the only information Zarathos gave.
There's 11 of them that would do that, right? But
11 thrones.
But this is the one that's in grass. That's why they're trying to get after it, right?
Yeah, this is the one for this continent. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so. Okay. Yeah. Got it. So this is like the throne.
Yep.
Okay. So I teleport in here.
Yep, and you are now hearing this part of the conversation.
Yep.
As Zarathos kind of finishes his explanation of a similar thing to you, he says, If you deliver me the throne, Godric, I will not only spare Rui, but I will spare Ashana, your entire continent, as its one true ruler.
Do I have my artifact with me?
Yeah.
Do I? Since I'm literally standing on a piece of the spine I presumably ripped it from, am I getting any kind of resonance whatsoever?
Make a religion check.
Fuck off. 9.
The most you get as you kind of focus on the spine is you feel like you could easily mistake it something else, but it's like a seismic shift that if you were to think about it, the pattern almost feels like a heartbeat.
Okay. I'll maybe think about that as like I feel that now and I don't put 2 and 2 together, and then maybe later on I'm like, wait a second, that felt like a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, Zarathos, I must say it's a tempting offer, as you've always given me, but I've got to ask, if you get the throne, what's stopping you from just taking over anyways?
I will be in charge, boy. Do not get that wrong. You see, I never told you the truth, as you can tell. There was more of a purpose other than getting Rui's soul. For burning your continent to the ground, it was for me to find that half of the throne. But while you are near it, I will not need to do that. All you need to do is touch it and claim it for me, and I shall own the other half. And the only war I shall need to fill is finishing this bout with Satella and then taking my army to the Raven Queen's doorstep.
And the war of the gods continues. I wonder, you seem to think you're the only players, but clearly, and I look over at Dread Eyes, I'm assuming I notice him.
Yep.
Clearly there are other players in this game that you've not accounted for.
The gods are no threat to me. Make an insight check.
Godric or Dread Eyes?
Both.
Advantage, kind of.
All right, a 13 for Godric and a nat 20 for Dread Eyes.
Yeah, Godric, you believe that. Dread Eyes believes there's an quiver, but with his eye, he can almost see. Let's see. How do I put this? From Dread Eyes' artifact, he notices that Zarathos isn't the one with the most divine energy in the room. That person seems to actually be, from Dread Eyes' perspective, almost lying dormant within Godric. But he can also tell Zarathos is definitely not not confident. Not confident that he can win this war without Godric's help, essentially.
I see. Okay. Well, new primordial, whatever you call yourself. You may not be scared of a little old me, though. I would put the fear of the seas into ye. But I do know that you're afraid of that one there. And that you're not confident in your ability to win without his help. So, I'm assuming, I'm going to just assume that Godric is in his, like, actual Spirit of Vengeance form.
Yep.
So, my bony friend, it would appear you are holding, maybe not all the cards, but you have a good hand. Do you gamble? I don't know.
A gambler.
Oh, not very well.
Zaratho stands up. I am the god of vengeance. Do not incite my wrath. Spoken for a dead god.
Peace, I say, vengeful god. I did not intrude of me own doing, but it was this dead god whom you speak of that sent me here. Perhaps as a show of force, perhaps. I wouldn't know how you gods think about things, but nevertheless, I'm here, and I will tell you, we do have the throne. This is a lie. This is 100% a lie. I have no chance of ever doing this, but just for the sake of, I feel like manipulating people and like social engineering is what Dread Eyes does. The question that remains is, what do you give me for it?
I can bring back your patron. All I need to do is kill one annoying old friend of mine.
Godric pipes. What's the archangel's name?
Hecka? Wait.
No. The enemy of it. The one that's in hiding. Idrimal. I think Godric knows, or would assume he's talking about Satella, but just to be cheeky, he's gonna say, "Oh, Idrimal's Idrimal's been to see you, has he?" I'm just watching for a reaction. Godric does not fucking care. He should have been smited so long ago. He's just seeing how far he can push it at this point.
Another rebelling angel. You have, looking at both of you, until I kill off Satella, Hudite, Emos, Shinobu.
I hear the Emos comment. I just react, like, physically, like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was alive.
And once that list is done, I shall come for your world and burn it to the ground. I'll let you two watch.
Dread Eyes speaking. I've got to say, your offer, not really very tempting. What use is my patron if you're in charge? And before he can answer, Godric is going to call to Hecka. Say, Hecka, what is it you've done to end up in this situation? Do you believe me now?
I believe you. and she almost calls you a different name. But then the dream begins to get fuzzy as Zarathos begins exerting his divine presence.
Is Ashana?
And Godric and Dreadeyes both are forced to kneel under the pressure. And before he can smite both your souls, a gust of wind and a sea breeze push back against this force as Emos and Cudite arrive and begin battling Zarathos. You're able to see for a moment as a hurricane of force hits Zarathos from one side, and a tsunami of the ocean maelstrom, that might be a word I'm looking for, hits
Yeah,
from the other side.
Tempest.
Yep. Hits him from the other side before the dream crashes, more or less.
All
And
right.
Gosh, you wake up with a cold sweat in your room. And Dreadeyes wakes up in the crow's nest, probably.
I'll sleep there. I'll sleep on the job. What a rat.
Rui, make a perception check. That might be what I'm looking for.
Did Godric already know that, more or less, that Dreadeyes learned? Or do I just know? Okay.
Mostly new information. The biggest part being the one, I guess, do you start to see the implications of how much the Raven Queen actually has lied about, in the sense of there are lots of, in kind of the power of her curse, in that it's able to change, it was able to change the fundamental creation story, while keeping some bits the same. It was able to change even like something like the number of primordial gods there were, things of that nature, and even changing how those names are remembered. You also get the impression that those were not the original names.
Yep.
I got a 15. No, sorry, hold on. Yes, 15.
And of course, there was a powerful artifact with this half of the throne that helped this. Ruby, you wake up in the middle of the night and look over, not in a dream, look over at Godric, who seems to be shifting in his sleep between his kind of his normal Godric, his skeleton form, and then his fiery skeleton form, or whatever version it is now.
It's like a black flame.
Yeah, black flame. So you see him just like in his hammock, just shifting back and forth between all these different forms.
Is he like tossing and turning, or is he still?
Probably more of like a mumble, like a sweat, like he's not saying anything, but it's kind of like a gibberish mumble, probably. It's shaking.
Interesting. I'm gonna kind of gently tap him, like, Godric, Godric, and then I shove him.
And with that shove, Godric, you wake up.
No sleep for you.
Were you having a bad dream?
I wake up with a force.
Cudite!
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Cudite?
Cudite.
You were dreaming about Cudite?
Cudite Emos. It started. It's happening now.
Does Rui have
they're attacking Zarathos. Cudite and Emos. We're running. I look at her very.
Really, we're running out of time.
But isn't that a good thing? Cudite and Emos.
2 versus 1. I like the odds. I just don't know how he fares in power compared to them.
Well, do you know where they were fighting?
In his plane, in the realm of vengeance my own.
Can you go there?
No, not willingly. I've only been there twice since this began. All of this.
Right. Well, sounds like there's not much we can do about it. Then, if we can't get there.
I need to speak to Dread Eyes.
Oh. Well, I'm sure we can find his cabin. You want me to help you find it?
Yeah, is it morning?
It's still like middle of the night.
Yeah.
Is it an emergency?
It's not an emergency. We need our rest for what's coming. We need all our strength. So go back to sleep, Rui. We'll thank you for checking on me.
Of course.
I say as I like kind of squint my eyes shut, like not closing them. I'm very much distressed, but just like trying to snap back out of it.
And by morning, everyone wakes up or does whatever the people that don't sleep do. What is Ivory? I'll say, what is Ivory Pack members doing at this point?
I'm going to actually wake up and head towards Kraith, wherever I understood he was located throughout this evening.
Yeah, the other freezer.
Sleeping in my own room.
I, in my newfound haste, am going to not intervene in what I get the directions I gave Myra last night. Even though I should probably they're probably cool. We don't really need to make a big deal about it. But I'm just gonna let that situation unfold and go straight to Dread Eyes.
Cool.
I will report immediately to the mess hall, waiting for Grubby to make me some delicious breakfast.
You're damn right he will.
Gleeble too.
Gleeble still in Otto's arms. What does Otto do?
Otto powers up and hey.
5 more minutes.
Before I.
All right.
Oh, sorry, guys.
All right, 5 more minutes.
Auto, set timer for 5 minutes.
Hey, Otto.
Before I leave our cabin, I'm gonna get up from my bunk, and then just for flavor, I'm gonna say I got up before Rui. And then
But she's the early bird.
I look at her while she's sleeping, and I just hear Zarathos's words screech in my ear, of saving Rui, of not having to, of being able to save her. And I contemplate my next moves as I head to Dread Eyes.
Cool. Rui, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Well, I did tell Godric I'd help him find Dread Eyes, and then he just left me, so it seems.
Real.
So I suppose I will get up and go to breakfast.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to breakfast. Captain Nautica is probably also getting a quick breakfast before going on deck.
Cool. Mida, Kraith, what are y'all doing? What's up? Mida, you're on Kraith.
I'm waking up. Barely.
I mean, it just depends chronologically when things are happening, but I would like to go to the door and give it a light knock.
Yeah, you probably catch it right when Kraith is waking up.
Good morrow.
Ooh, let's see how many charges I got on my horn.
Oh, please.
Boy, we're refueled, baby. All right.
Kraith has entered the chaotic era.
So we have long rested on everybody.
Chaotic
I
evil.
believe everybody of mine could have used that.
Glad
Kraith,
you mentioned
chaotic evil.
that.
Ugh.
What is it, Mida?
I've got something to talk to you about. Do you mind if I make my way into the room?
Sure, I guess. Drag my feet, barely push the door open as if it were locked. I know it's not. I just.
Yeah, then I
Yeah.
will enter, and then I will, do like the gingerly close it behind me spiel,
Mm-hmm.
and then great. I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Are you awake? Are you gonna understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't worry. My ears prick up around certain keywords.
Well, does Tarkin happen to be one of those?
I open my book and check his ranking immediately.
Hold, please.
Is he like 21 or something? Like
He's
just
probably-
the last.
He's lower now. Hold on. I
Less
actually don't-
activity makes you
He-
lose ranks.
He is 21. With mention of we don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I think I do.
Well, that big fella that didn't seem to right in the head, but was kind of stitched together.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Let's
I'm gonna
not
try to
address
get-
like the hammerhead, part, like the most obvious feature of this man.
I want
I'm
to see
not-
if I can get to the conclusion first.
I'm not speciesist. I describe people by their species.
I made a 15 if we're rolling.
Sure. Yeah. You got it.
I don't know what you're going for, but
Wait. Oh my god,
what?
they have like the same tattoos.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why I was talking to you. You remember the that tournament where I saved everybody on the cliff, kind of falling off?
I recall Gondor doing that, but you assisted.
True.
You might have.
What is this blasphemy? What is this
Real.
blasphemy?
The hero of Kalo, come on.
Well, that there fella that tried to kill me there, that's his body.
One and the same.
What I'm saying is that we've got one of three options here. Option A is that this pirate crew fought off Tarkin's men, killed this guy, and then repurposed his body. Option B is they just happened.
Carry on.
Yeah. Option B is they just happened upon this body, and then the eclectic Doc Monsoon just itched it together out of a fascination of the dead. And option C is that they were in cahoots. They went to battle. Obviously, his death caused some loss in power, and they wanted to retain that, so they reanimated the corpse to keep around, knowing that it is a strong body.
Well, it seems to be having some fun with it, so. Unless this is all a bit of subterfuge and misdirection, I just don't know. It's option C. Well, these
I,
pirates, they don't have much connection to Darius and the plight of Ashana.
Well, then how do they come upon one of Darius's men's bodies?
Maybe Tarkun was just more buoyant than we gave him anything for, you know?
I got you turned up 200%, and I can't understand you.
I'm sorry, my voice is broken, Jay.
Yeah, I know, but like I just straight up can't. Like,
Where are
maybe,
the subtitles?
maybe Tarkun is more buoyant than we gave him
yeah,
credit for.
that may be true, but I'd like to assume the worst and make sure we have ourselves covered in case we do have to kind of skedaddle out there, or just lay low and don't raise any suspicions upon this crew, so we don't have to have a battle.
Right. I mean, should we not just raise the issue?
Well, currently the only people that know about this are you, me, Otto, and Godric. Sorry. And so I trust Godric to handle this attack, and he told me to tell you about it. Otto was with me, and unless it gets brought up, I don't think he's just gonna blurt out anything just to lay low.
Well, the captain seems an amicable sort. Some weird vibes from the rest of the crew, but I don't think this is an elaborate trap or anything at the moment.
What is that? I see it.
On standby. If we don't want to raise the issue.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to, fight the enemy on their home territory. They know the ship way better than we do.
They can operate the claws. But like I told Poppy, we also have claws.
The one-liner makes a comeback.
It's two-liner.
I like it. Can that be like Crave's official tagline now?
Look, man, I can't just become like a marketing tool in the new season.
Oh, but you can.
Oh, but we go with today's sponsor, baby.
Clawscape.
Lobster Hut. What's that place called?
Red Lobster?
Yeah, that one. I don't eat fish.
Well,
Thankfully, it's not fish.
Luckily, lobsters.
They count. They count.
Maybe to the Catholic Church, but
what's wrong with the Catholic Church?
I don't want to be starting nothing great. I'd prefer this boat ride to go peacefully, as I know we're about to enter a war zone on the other side of this boat ride, and we're going to be at full strength. But I figured having more eyes and ears on the suspicions than less would be helpful.
I admire your discretion in the issue, Maida.
Man, where's Dreadeye's eavesdropping spirit when you need him?
All right.
He's got bigger concerns at the moment, for once.
Everyone that's not Dreadeye is on the pirate side. Who is not at mess hall? What was that easier? Who's not at breakfast?
I would have walked us there by now.
Breakfast.
I go breakfast mode.
Breakfast.
Any skis?
What is that old Doc Monsoon art?
Listen here. Oh wait, I could have sworn real Doc Monsoon was here.
I think you just used an old icon by accident.
Oh,
I mean, like, stream can't see it. It's just me trolling you.
where do I? Alright, I'll find that eventually. Listen, new topper, old dog. What's alright. You were all at breakfast. Grubby, what's for breakfast?
Fried rice.
What was that?
Fried rice.
In very Luffy One Piece fashion, Poppy is demanding meat.
Well, oh, wrong voice. You'll get what I serve, and that is assorted grains. I won't say it's quite rice. I don't know if we have rice, but it's just going to be assorted grains that are just
Orzo,
kind of-
pilaf,
yeah, we're
quinoa.
just- all of it's just
Oatmeal.
kind of shoved all together. Yeah, like oatmeal porridge-esque.
Steamed rice.
Yeah, you see Poppy pouring a can of meat on top of it.
Totally fine. I don't care. I'd make the food.
Protein, protein, protein. Oh wait, protein, protein, protein.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to Poppy as Captain Attica. Oh, Poppy, do you eat canned meat on grains often? Is it good?
Oh, I just have an insatiable craving for meat at all times. But I've learned recently that you're not supposed to eat things that have names, so I have a meat supply, and yeah, that usually helps. I mean, it's not as good as, like, fresh meat, like the fish last night. Sublime. But, I get by. I totally have not thought about eating Dinah.
And you forgot a rule, Poppy. We don't eat things just because they look like other things that you might also eat.
All right, Ghost of Hugor.
We're all here.
Hey. You went fishing?
Oh, I tried to. I am not very good at it yet. The main thing is I don't know. You ever get really, really hungry and you see someone that looks really delicious and you start drooling, but you also want to have friends, so you can't eat people. Not that I would ever eat people. But
Grubby walks up to Poppy. Fish. I hold out my hand, like empty hand.
She starts eating it freaking raw, just like
No.
No.
Is it
Give
cooked?
me fish. You said you went fishing.
Oh.
Fish as in give me fish.
Garrett, did I catch fish?
You got a fish. A singular fish.
Oh.
Okay, I hand it to you.
Dinah caught a lot of fish.
Yeah, Poppy, that's okay. As they say, fishing's not always about catching.
Is that what they
I
say?
will, while during this conversation, I will go fillet and fry the fish.
Is Grubby a god like Emos?
Not to my knowledge.
What makes you say that?
He's like,
Yeah.
there's just so much bounty. I saw him heal the dwarf guy yesterday with the water. And does he heal people with his food?
Sometimes he does. Do you guys not have healing potions on the mainland?
Oh, we do, but we don't have cooked meat.
I don't eat.
All of our meat comes out of the can.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I
We
see.
also
Well-
don't have a cook.
Maybe that's
Well, we're
what we need.
glad to give
Hey,
you that experience.
Gleeble, can you cook?
I could try.
He's a
Grubby might be able to
full-fledged
teach
member.
you.
I can cook if you want me to cook.
I will give you my adventurer's badge right now if you
I
learn.
think you're abusing this man.
All right. Gleeble heads to the kitchen to help out.
Gleeble, no.
As soon as
Gleeble, stop.
As soon as you cross the barrier, hold on. I'm gonna do something. Hold on.
Oh, there's a
The
barrier.
intern supreme.
you cast guidance, right? You cast guidance, right?
No, power word kill.
I just glare at Otto like, Otto, I've been so hungry. Don't take
Directly,
this from me.
like one step before the kitchen, I cast grease on the ground.
It was a dex save from Google.
You're telling me you didn't cast guidance?
Yes.
Wow.
The other G spell.
Wow.
It was a what save? A dex save?
Dex. Dex save.
Well, he's guiding your feet to go from the ground to the air.
Ooh, that's a 3.
yeah. Yep, you fall prone.
Fall prone right outside the door.
Oh no!
Like Memphis stumbling at the 1 yard line.
Can I go help him up?
Yes.
No.
You're also gonna have to do the dex save.
That is-
No, I'm going to help him
If
up.
I see you walk
Captain
over there and I
Nautica.
tell you to stop,
Oh, well, Captain Nautica also needs to make the next save.
I'm telling Captain Nautica to stop.
Who is telling me to stop? Otto or Grub?
Otto.
Otto.
Whatever,
Stop.
G-Main.
Don't. He needs to learn.
And what should he be learning?
You don't
Okay,
interfere
well-
with other people's stuff.
We will make a dex save to stand up, please.
Oh God, are you just trying to embarrass me?
But Otto,
Oh, that one's a dirty 20, baby.
You see, like, full managed, he managed to get up. He's,
Fixes the jacket, wipes himself off.
yep.
Yeah, I just like point
People.
back to his seat. Yeah. Actually, I hand him the fish that I'd already cooked in his absence, and I point to Poppy. No words, just hand actions.
He has handed you a plate as if you were a waiter. What do you do?
I'm going for it.
like eating it or
I-
taking it?
Oh no, I'm serving.
Okay.
I do feel like I need to have you make another dex save. I will.
Hold on.
I will stand up and extend my hand to help him walk over this grease.
You have advantage.
Yes. All right, first one
If not, I'm gonna.
was
spell
another
magic
3.
on-
The first one was another 3.
God, please.
It's a 10 for the second one.
Hold on. I think I have earthing grasp.
Yeah, fuck you.
They just
No,
stop
no,
the
no.
wires.
I have action. You know what?
He's not-
You know what? I don't need. What I levitate. I don't even.
So
Sure,
you see,
yeah.
you
I was
see
gonna help
Gleeble
you. There.
go-
I was gonna help you there.
You see Gleeble let the fall and drop the food, but he then just starts floating and he floats over to Poppy.
Poppy,
Like,
she's frothing at the mouth. She's so excited to eat like actually nicely cooked meat for the first time in ages.
Last night, since last.
Yeah. But like, since they're adventuring shenanigans, who has cooked for Poppy? I shuffle in my pockets.
Trippy, probably.
Trippy.
Do I even have an adventurer's badge? I just said that on the fly. I don't know if we have credentials.
You'll have badges, yeah.
I
I,
didn't technically cook.
Are our names written on the badges? Please say
No.
yes. Okay.
No.
I still hand it to Gleeble. Thanks
I-
so
he
much.
hasn't earned that, no.
To think, I've gone from intern supreme to full-fledged member.
Poppy.
Otto
less than a
stops
day.
me mid-hand over. Oh, but he brought me food, Otto.
My mom
Poppy.
is going to be so proud of me.
But
He has to earn this. Food does not constitute earning.
But I've been so hungry.
All right, I will
No,
learn
Jake
how to cook
provided
for
more
you.
Food for you.
All right.
You will?
No.
Listen, I won't start drooling every time I see an Aarakocra or a lion man. I just need food.
All right, Poppy. It's okay. It's only fair that everyone gets to choose. But can I count on your vote when the time comes?
What's a vote?
The vote to make me a full-fledged member.
Oh, yeah, of course. As long as you learn how to cook.
You know, Garrett, that wasn't where I was going, but that would have been hilarious.
No, Otto cannot become an oven.
No, I want to learn how to actually cook.
Speaking of oven, let's go out into the
I'm doing it right now.
onto the deck.
What a transition.
Godric, as you look over the ship, you eventually make your way up to the bird's nest. Dread-Eyes, is Dread-Eyes awake or is he still suffering?
Well, those two aren't mutually exclusive, you know. We'll say he's awake, but just hasn't, gotten down from the nest yet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say I climbed up there?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
Listen, this is the jumping down part that's hard, all right?
yeah, clearly. All right, so I get up there and I say, all right then, cards on the table. Sounds like you and I need to talk. Aye, that's what we do. First things first. Tupper, is it? What? How did? That's talking. That's very dangerous. Was a very dangerous individual who's attacked us on multiple occasions. Garrett, do you want to do this or should I keep going?
I'm
Keep
gonna
in the
stop you.
courtesy.
I'm gonna stop you for a different reason. As you begin to start getting into this conversation, a giant wave hits the front of the ship, rocking the entire boat.
Rock the boat.
Oh. Any reaction from Jedi's? Does that seem unusual?
The first wave, Draz immediately stands up and looks probably out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems super peaceful. There's not a wind. There's no reason that a wave this big should have happened. Then another a chill goes up Jedi's spine as another huge wave just hits into the side of the ship from a different angle this time, which is even crazier.
Liebel just wonders why everyone's wiggling while he's levitating.
Godric's starting to balance a little bit, kind of having trouble.
That second wave was enough to probably knock a lot of you out of your seats. I'm not going to bother with the save this time. It's not funny because we're not picking Gleeble. So, but as you all as the mess hall crew is getting up from their seats or whatever, there is actually a window that you can kind of watch, the fishing go by and all that stuff. You look out the window, and there seems to be a shape that goes by the window.
Kraken, please say Kraken.
With the head of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
That rhymes.
No, it doesn't.
Kraken, dragon?
Is it a Leviathan?
As looking out, as back to our spooky boys, I don't know what to call them.
That's an apt name. I support it.
Thanks. The water rises up into the form of a dragon.
Oh.
We aren't going to start combat tonight, but I will go ahead and have everyone roll initiative because it's going to be complicated.
This one for a week.
Guys, I got this. Grubby cast shape water and just pushes it back in the water.
Gleeble just got a nat 20.
So, are we gonna do?
Oh my god!
I'll do same turn. Use whichever character has the higher initiative.
Gotcha. That was the question.
Otto got a nat 20.
Uh-oh.
Captain Nautica also rolled a nat 20.
That's 3 nat 20s.
Who has
Damn.
the highest modifier?
I hate all of you.
I have a +6.
I have
+1.
I'm going to pick your my favorite character would be you all to represent your turn.
Okay. I was dangerously
is
close
it
on Grubby
favorite?
getting a nat 20.
That's what I'm doing.
Wait. So do you need to know Ruiz too?
No. I'm only using one of your characters for initiative.
In the tracker. I see.
All right, I'm a 21.
Same.
21.
I've got a +5 modifier though.
I've got a +1.
Oh, Oh wait, you got a nat 20.
I got a nat 20.
Oh yeah, you're ahead of me.
I hope that was 7 different people. All right. 21 from Pop Soon.
Pop soon. Ooh.
Um,
Not Doc Pop.
What?
Doc P.
What is Dreadrick?
17.
I gotta do this 5 more times. Craith tongue.
Yeah, there's no
Oh.
way to do that one.
The other one doesn't work.
Yeah, no, there's no.
What is real manga?
Wait, you don't like Black Crave?
Legally didn't say it.
Legally was not said on stream.
That is an 18, by the way. That is an 18.
It is a color.
Not even his. Gleemane.
Mm-hmm.
What was your initiative?
I got a nat 20.
Plus what?
Oh, plus 1.
21.
Man, y'all got some low modifiers. Pretty lame.
Rudica.
26.
Yeah. What is it, Godric?
How did that?
I
That's 11?
have a +6. And I rolled a nat 20.
It goes away when you tell me.
Grotto. Thanks, Grotto.
21, nat 20.
Yeah, why did you all do this? Oh, I did make it move. Oops.
It's like we all
Gave
got
us all
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, wait
No,
a minute.
my oops was I added the wrong dwarf.
Dwarf has quadruple advantage. I forgot.
How do it's Grubblestone. What am I doing here?
18. That's a good one.
That's
I was
the
trying to think of what
best one.
might be like.
Might be.
And Leviathan, I'll even roll for.
I was dangerously close on a grubby to get in at 20. It literally was like 14.
Whoops. What's it called? What's it called? I'll even roll 20. It never works. Golly. Leviathan's cool monsters, by the way. They have +7 to their dexterity, and they still rolled shit.
That is
Let's go.
a fat dex. Holy cow. I thought I had the highest dex.
Can beat him before his first turn. We can do it.
I literally cannot get any higher. I've maxed it.
Can we get much higher?
Too
So
high.
high.
Oh, One Piece.
All right. So next time it will be. Wait, can I change it? I bet I can. Can I rename it here? I was gonna see if I could rename each of these to your funny name.
Do it in post.
I
Come on.
could. It difficult. All right. All right. So we will begin next session, which will be in 2 weeks. Next week we'll take a break because I'm going to New York. And then
Pretty good.
Boosh.
Why are you going to New York?
Going to New York Comic Con. Come see me run some board games and D&D. If you want, or like go do like comic shopping and stuff. That's cool too. But that has been our session of. Can you believe it was Ashana Rising the whole time? Thanks to all the sources we used that are fun. This is actually after me a map, so this map, but it's funny. The only map I use from them, but it's a good lobster.
They're good lobsters, Craig.
Shane Beku for the other maps and things we use, tokens all over the place from Roll20, and Meg. Dungeon Meg.
Oh yeah, Garrett's also selling his Dungeon Master services.
That's true too. You can go over to Start Playing if you would like to play a heist campaign with me. That's how these groups started, in a heist campaign.
Legally a heist campaign.
Legally a heist campaign. But yeah, that'll be Saturday mornings at the moment. But yeah, that is it for now. See ya in 2 weeks.
Have a mighty fine 2 weeks.